Serving Amherst and Amherst Township, your hometown television station, Amherst City Cable.
Well, hello, sports fans. Welcome to the Sports Show. I'm your host, Ty House, along with the big homie,
Alex Squires.
You forgot your name?
Well, I was going to do something a little different, but I decided not to.
You want to try it again?
No.
Okay, I mean, because we
No,
can try
it was a bad idea.
You been watching Saturday Night Live again? Hey, Alex, this is a big sports weekend.
Yeah, it is.
We have
for sure.
one of the biggest fights
Can we say the biggest fight?
in history. I don't know.
Me either.
Because you got Ali Foreman, Ali Frazier, Marvis Hagler and Sugar Ray Leonard, Thomas Hearns and Sugar Ray Leonard,
Yeah.
Berta Duran. You got Tyson and Lennox Lewis, Tyson and Evander Holyfield. I mean, we've had a lot of great fights.
A lot of great fights,
but
yeah.
we haven't had one as far as boxing goes in quite a while.
I think that's what makes it as big as it is, because boxing isn't really what it was as far as the public eye. So the anticipation for this fight has been just immense.
I mean, you got an undefeated Floyd Mayweather, pound for pound, the best boxer in boxing. You got Manny Pacquiao coming in at 57-5-2,
Right.
considered the second best pound for pound fighter in the league.
Even though they got knocked out last time.
Not last time,
I
but
know,
a couple
I know,
fights ago.
I know.
They say pound for pound because both of these guys come in at under 150 pounds.
It's adorable, isn't it?
It really is, and they're not very big. I mean, Pacquiao is 5 feet 6 inches tall, and Mayweather is 5'8".
And they both have great singing voices.
If I don't eat in 2 days, I could eat Pacquiao or Mayweather. I could be just that hungry.
I could eat one of them right now, put them on a sandwich.
See?
Well,
They would both have to fight you at the same time, Alex.
I'd just be tossing them around. Get off me. But no, that's another thing that I was thinking about is the fact that these two aren't heavyweights. Does that make it a little bit less exciting? Like with those fights in the past,
Mm-hmm.
Ali and those kind of fights where all those guys were heavyweights, were those more exciting?
Except for the Sugar Rays and
right.
Thomas Hearns.
But were those fights more exciting because they were heavyweights?
No.
No?
I mean, boxing is the one sport I think can transcend the divisions.
Yeah.
Because you're going to get a good fight, no matter what division you're in, if you're dealing with some good competition. Like, we just had a heavyweight championship fight Saturday, and nobody even knew it.
Yeah, right. That's a good point. That's a really good point.
Klitschko won again.
I didn't. I certainly didn't know. And
He beat Bennett Saturday night, and nobody even knew. I mean, you couldn't even find any type of write-up about the fight.
Really?
Leading up, because I was trying to find something to talk about.
Now, is that like a
nothing
thing
there.
that they do? Because I know boxing has some weird rules as far as media and stuff like that. Now, would that...
I mean, I think it would have been covered. It was a heavyweight title fight.
Me and Ty are just going to do a Q&A here.
It was Klitschko's first fight in America in over 10 years.
Okay.
So I mean, it seemed like it should have been more press, but I mean, I guess only thing I seen that it was a lopsided victory.
Yeah, well, quickly, just because it seems as though UFC seems to have taken over for boxing in the United States these days.
Combat sports.
Everyone loves that more than boxing. Is a heavyweight UFC fight more anticipated than a lighter weight one's? Well, who's the Jones guy?
John Jones?
Is he a heavyweight?
Yeah.
Okay, because it seems to me like
He's
that's
in
the
trouble.
guy. That's the guy everyone's excited to watch fight these days. He's in trouble.
He's in trouble.
Well, we don't have to talk about him. Anyway.
Yeah, he keeps getting in trouble with the law.
As far as sounds like me.
You in trouble with the law?
No. That's a joke. But no, from what I understand, is I'm not a huge fight fan. Actually, not at all, frankly. But from what I understand, Floyd Mayweather's a guy who does a lot of defensive fighting. Doesn't like to take the big punch, stuff like, obviously, but does a really good job of not taking that big punch and whatnot. And Pacquiao's quite the opposite to what I understand that he throws a lot of punches and he's going to come right after him. What do you think that'll make for as far as a fight goes?
Awesome fight.
Yeah.
It's going to make for an awesome fight. It's kind of like
Well, it better be.
when you got, because Mayweather is so fast.
Yeah.
He is amazingly fast. Like, and I'm not just talking
With the feet
hand
and the
speed.
hands?
I'm talking fast, period. Hands, feet, head, body, and then he also comes with the shoulder roll where when you hit him, it just kind of roll off him. You know what I'm saying? He do a good job of covering up where you more or less hitting him in the shoulder,
Right.
which is not doing any kind of damage than if you do hit him.
Right.
That's the problem. You
Can't
got to
hit
hit
him square.
And then, like you say, Pacquiao, he's gonna hit you.
Yeah.
Cause he's gonna throw so many punches, and from all different angles. He's an angle fighter where, and he Pacquiao's the type of fighter to come in, pap, 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 and step back out, and then come back in, pap, 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 pap. You know what I'm saying? Where Mayweather wants to get in there, and when you pack, he want to roll off of that and pow, catch you. You know, and you got to remember Pacquiao's a left-handed fighter.
Okay.
Mayweather can come at you both ways. He's unorthodox. You know what I'm saying?
Pacquiao, what do you mean by that? Pacquiao has most of his power with his left
With
hand?
his left.
Okay.
Right. But like I say, he can hit you with either hand,
Yeah.
and from many different angles.
Do either one of them have tremendous power?
Pacquiao.
Pacquiao does?
Pacquiao comes in with 38 knockouts out of the 60-something fights.
Okay.
So a little bit over 50% as
Yeah.
far as knockouts.
Yeah.
Mayweather has 26 knockouts. He hasn't had one since, like, I think 2009, if I'm remember
Have they
correctly.
fought before?
Never.
Never ever?
No, they were supposed to fight.
'Cause
They
they've
supposed
both
to
been
fight in
fighting for-
2009.
Yeah, right. They've both been fighting for a long time.
Mayweather last loss came in the Olympics in 96.
Yeah, it was a
And
long
he
time
turned
ago.
pro after that.
Oh, okay.
Pacquiao turned pro, I want to say 98, 99, somewhere in there.
So both of them been fighting for about 20 years.
And you really didn't hear about neither one of them until Oscar De La Hoya.
Oh, really?
They both fought Oscar De La Hoya. Mayweather fought him first. He won a unanimous
obviously.
a split decision.
Oh, okay.
Narrow split decision. And Pacquiao fought him, knocked him out.
Really?
Yep.
Pacquiao seems cool, man. He
So
seems like a cool guy.
let's go over the 5 common opponents.
Okay.
The 5 common opponents is Juan Manuel Marquez,
Right.
who Pacquiao has fought 4 times.
Oh, really?
Yep, Mayweather fought once. Pacquiao is 2 wins, 1 loss, and 1 draw against Marquez, whereas Mayweather is 1-0. Oscar De La Hoya, who we just spoke on, they both 1-0. One has a TKO, and Mayweather has a split decision.
Right.
Ricky Hatton, 1-0. Mayweather unanimous decision. Pacquiao knockout. Miguel Cotto,
Oh, they both fought Cotto?
they both fought Cotto, 1-0. TKO for Pacquiao, unanimous decision for Mayweather. Shane Mosley. Both of them 1-0, unanimous decision, both of them. I also got who the fighters predict to win this fight.
Okay.
Manuel Marquez says Mayweather.
Where'd you find that?
I've been researching, man. I've been
That's
researching.
a cool.
I'm gonna put down $1,000 on this fight. I had to research.
That's a cool piece of information because who would know better, you know?
Those 5.
Right.
Oscar De La Hoya, even though he didn't give a clear-cut answer,
Danced around it a bit.
he went with Pacquiao.
Oh, wow.
Ricky Hatton, Mayweather. Miguel Cotto, Pacquiao. Shane Mosley, Mayweather.
So a split decision on that.
Basically, 3-2, 3-2.
It's close
And
as it
I'm going
close as
with.
it can be.
I mean, to be truthful, I gotta go with Manuel Marquez.
Yeah.
Because if you look at everybody else,
He fought him the most recently.
both of them,
Yeah.
but most recently, De La Hoya, when Mayweather fought him, he was almost past his prime. When he fought Pacquiao, he had to come down in the weight division to fight Pacquiao.
Okay.
So, and that was his last fight. He fought 2 more fights after he fought.
Oh, yeah.
So he was like finished,
Okay.
you know, and Pacquiao did him wrong. Did him really bad.
Yeah?
Really bad, where he just didn't even come out the corner. Like, I don't want any more. I'm good. So the Manuel is the guy that I'm gonna go with.
Yeah.
He's had 4 battles with Pacquiao. And depending on who you talk to, he hasn't lost to Pacquiao,
Yeah. Right.
but he has 2 losses.
Well, did he knock him out?
He knocked him out, and he has a draw. So the last fight was the knockout. The last time they fought was the knockout.
The draw I remember.
The draw was their first fight.
Yeah.
And then Pacquiao beat him 2 times in a row.
Right.
And then the 4th time, he knocked him out. Knocked him dead.
Yeah.
He was dead. We thought Pac-Man was dead.
He went down hard. I remember because we were talking about the regulations that boxing has with media and whatnot. Because I remember when that fight happened, I heard on the radio, just Pacquiao got knocked out, but nowhere could you find the video of it.
Oh, I
anywhere.
found it. I seen it live.
Well, if that's the case,
I thought he was dead.
But if you're like me and you're not watching or paying attention, you just see it and you want to find it on the internet somewhere. It was nowhere.
You know we live on the East Coast, and most of these fights take place on the West Coast. So usually the fight don't start till about like 1, maybe 2 o'clock in the morning.
That's true. Yeah, that's true.
So just imagine me running around the house waking everybody up. Pac-Man's dead! He's dead! He didn't kill Pac-Man! He was dead. Another little interesting fact about this fight. Mayweather retired once.
Yeah.
I think it was after the De La Hoya fight.
Okay.
Because him and De La Hoya was supposed to have a rematch. And he retired. And so De La Hoya went on to fight Pacquiao.
You said De La Hoya was the one who only fought 2 fights after.
Right.
Okay, yeah.
So after Mayweather fought De La Hoya, he retired. Said there was some things going on in boxing that he didn't agree with. It was hard for him to walk away. He's been boxing since he was little. And 2 years later, he came back. He announced that he would fight Juan Manuel Marquez on the same day that Pacquiao was fighting Ricky Hatton, which was May 2nd, 2009.
How about that?
It's interesting facts,
Absolutely.
man. I mean, this fight has a Wikipedia page devoted to it.
I'm sure.
Where, I mean, it was so many interesting facts, like the judges
Oh, geez.
and the referees, how much they were getting paid.
Oh, I'm sure quite a bit.
Mayweather is wearing a $25,000 mouthpiece encrusted with diamonds, gold, and $100 bills.
He's an idiot.
He's money.
I guess.
Why not put your money where your mouth is when you're money?
Because it's senseless.
He is 2 fights away from being a billionaire.
Oh,
And he has 3 fights left on his contract.
he's a billionaire.
Not yet.
Oh, he is.
Not yet.
You don't think he has a safe buried somewhere?
Not yet. No, I mean, because you gotta realize that when you win a purse, that whole purse don't go to you. You got to pay all your advisors.
Oh, I'm not talking about his purse. I'm talking about his slinging money. Am I allowed to say that?
He slings? I'm gonna leave that one alone. But the judges, $20,000 for the fight.
Really?
Referee, $25,000 for the fight.
Wow.
All the money that's being thrown around on this fight, $100 for the pay-per-view, $385,000 for a front row seat,
Yeah, right.
$16,000 for a regular ticket, and you're gonna pay the referee $25,000.
Is that a lot? Not a lot?
That's not a lot.
Not a lot, no?
I mean, because like I said, I may bet $1,000. That's only $24,000 less than what the referee getting paid.
That's fair.
So what if I was betting $500,000?
You're going somewhere with this, I assume.
It wouldn't be nothing for me if I got $500,000 to just drop on a bet. It wouldn't be nothing for me to offer the referee another $100,000.
That's fair. That's
To
fair.
make sure that my bet covered.
But can they really just pay them that much, in order to try to kind of, diffuse that a bit? Can they really just give the ref $250,000 for doing the fight?
They should. I mean, he's the third man in the ring.
Well, they don't want. That's fair, and they don't want. I mean, it's not like they don't know what goes on.
It's unsanctioned. It's boxing. It's
Right.
not sanctioned. And that's what I was telling Greg beforehand. If they did cheat, it's not like he can go to jail.
It's right. It's like the Wild Wild West. It's Thunderdome.
We got to get off the Pacquiao Mayweather fight, y'all. It's gonna happen this Saturday, so we'll talk about it more next week.
Yeah.
Outcome. I'm actually predicting a draw.
You're gonna predict the draw?
Yeah, that's my prediction, a draw, because there is no rematch clause in the contract. So the only way we get a rematch is for it to be a draw.
Really?
It's more money in a rematch than it is the original fight.
So you think it'll be a draw? Okay. I'm going with Pacquiao.
He's going with Pacquiao.
I'm going with Pacquiao. I don't like that Mayweather guy, and I just want Pacquiao to smack him around.
We come back, we got some NBA to talk about.
Yes, sir.
This is the Sports Show. Right back.
Our town, our TV. Amherst City Cable.
There's a shelter pet who wants to meet you. Meet one today. Visit theshelterpetproject.org. Adopt.
Serving Amherst and Amherst Township, your hometown television station, Amherst City Cable.
Welcome back to the sports show. Well, we were just talking Mayweather-Pacquiao, the fight of all fights, the fight of the century,
Fight
as
of the
it's being
century.
called.
As it were.
I just wanted to mention that all the welterweight belts are on the line. WBA Super, WBC, the WBO, and the ring. So this is a unifying championship fight. I mean, whoever wins this fight will be the champion.
I don't get that. There's
10, 15 different belts. Only 4 or 5 of them really matter. WBA, WBC, and WBO are the top 3 belts, with the ring being the 4th.
What do all those acronyms, what are those? Are those entities?
World Boxing Association, World Boxing Commission,
There's
boxing is not a sanctioned sport. There's not a commissioner. It's not one, it's just not one champion. You can be recognized by, Is
there one of those that's more highly regarded than
the WBA Super?
WBA Super?
Yep, that's the one Mayweather has. He has the WBA Super, the WBC, and the WBO. Pacquiao has the ring and like 3 others that I didn't write all those down because, like I said, it really didn't matter.
Okay, so if Pacquiao wins, he'll have all of them that matter. And same with Mayweather. Even though Mayweather already has.
And one more interesting fact, Pac-Man is an 8-time champion in 8 different divisions.
Huh.
Mayweather, he's the only person that did it. Only other person is De La Hoya. Mayweather is a 6-time champion in 6 different divisions.
Mm-hmm. I've just heard a lot of people say the same thing that you said, that you like both fighters,
I do.
A lot of people, it's either white or black, they like this guy and they hate this guy, blah, blah, blah.
Mm-hmm.
I've heard, as far as boxing fans and people that actually follow boxing, almost everyone has told me that they like both fighters a lot and are looking forward to the fight.
That's what makes it a great fight. Mm-hmm. These are, whenever you get the 2 best of something together to compete, you getting what it's all about.
What you want, yeah.
You're getting the best of the best, and that's what you got in this fight. You're getting the best of the best.
Yeah.
Even though Pacquiao died a couple fights ago.
That's what I thought I had heard.
He died.
Lost his teeth.
Let's talk NBA.
Yeah.
Man, some teams is on to the second round. Some teams aren't. Injuries are starting to take place and shake things up. And I guess since we're here in the home of the Cavaliers, Northeast Ohio area.
We'll start with that, but remind me to ask you about the Atlanta Hawks. I had a question about them.
Okay, let's get into this Cleveland-Boston series. Cleveland swept the Boston Celtics.
Sweep.
With a broom.
Yep.
4 straight. Wasn't even close.
Certainly wasn't.
Got kind of physical in the last game, though.
Yeah, Boston's always done that. Since they had Bill Russell, all those guys back in the day. They've even up until now. The NBA has obviously transitioned quite a bit. It's a much more free-flowing, more prettier game. Boston still has maintained that physicality, and they showed it.
They weren't the only ones physical.
No, they certainly won't. J.R. Smith,
Kendrick Perkins, LeBron James, too. All of them was a little bit rough there. But, this playoff basketball, sometimes in playoff basketball, the referees have to swallow the whistle a little bit. Your job is to officiate the game, but you got to let them play, and sometimes the championship is on the line. It's the bread and butter.
Yeah.
So, sometimes some elbows going to get thrown, some people going to get pushed. Unfortunately, when the play get rough, you have some injuries, some suspensions, both which have hit the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Right where it hurts, too. And
they lost their power forward, Kevin Love, separated shoulder, maybe a torn labrum.
Sounds like it is a torn labrum.
And out for at least the semifinals and possibly the rest of the playoffs.
It sounds like he's out for the rest of the year, yeah.
I say I seen him at Hopkins with a one-way ticket to L.A., but that's neither here nor there. J.R. Smith has been suspended for the first 2 games of the semifinal.
There's probably a limo driver at LAX right now with a sign that says love.
Yeah.
Okay, let's stop that. All right, go ahead. Sorry. Sorry.
2 game suspension for J.R. Smith.
2 games he got?
2 games. Okay. So that's the first 2 games. Chicago or Milwaukee. I would have said Chicago, but the last 2 games, Chicago has looked like crap against Milwaukee.
Yeah, they have.
I don't understand.
Milwaukee's not actually going to win that series.
Series should be over.
Milwaukee. I mean, you've heard all year how Milwaukee's a team that they don't have all the talent. They're young. They have the talent.
They have the talent.
Yeah, they have the talent. They're really young and inexperienced. Not really quite sure what they're doing out there exactly yet. But they play hard and they play for Jason Kidd, and they just they could turn this into a series.
The whole Chicago thing scares me because Chicago is supposed to be what Cleveland fears. And the way
Exactly.
they have been playing against Milwaukee, I wouldn't really be scared. I mean, because the key to Chicago is the fact that you got Noah and Gasol. And I mean,
Taj Gibson.
and Taj Gibson. And I feel like they should be dominating the Milwaukee Bucks. But I realize that the Milwaukee Bucks is younger and more athletic
Certainly.
than Chicago.
Certainly.
Than Noah and Gasol is. I mean,
yeah.
they're more experienced and more talented as far as basketball, but athletic-wise, Milwaukee is out jumping them. They're beating them to rebounds, beating them to loose balls. Derrick Rose, we all know he's a shell of his former self. He's never been able to shoot a three.
He hasn't.
It's I don't know.
Even the year he won the MVP, he wasn't shooting threes.
I don't know. What did you have to say about Atlanta?
Yeah. What happened with? I heard something about somebody got shot or something. Like what's the deal?
See, that happened like 3 or 4 weeks ago.
But has there been any residual effect from that? Like what's going on with that?
Atlanta only loss Atlanta took was Sasha Theophilou.
Oh, they lost him?
Yeah,
Was he the one that got shot?
No, it was a stabbing. It wasn't a shoot.
Oh,
It
okay.
was a stabbing.
Who got stabbed?
The one guy from the Indiana Pacers. You caught me off guard with this one. I can't think
Chris
of his
Copeland?
Chris Copeland from
Okay.
the Indiana
I
Pacers.
thought I
Him
heard
and
that.
his wife
Both got stabbed?
got stabbed, and Cephalosha and another Atlanta Hawk was arrested. But during the arrest, Cephalosha got his ankle broke.
It was the same. It was the same
incident.
altercation.
Same
Okay,
incident.
Yeah.
They were at the club in New York, which kind of confused me. Like until I had to look at the schedule. Atlanta was playing Brooklyn and Indiana was playing New York.
Oh,
They was
okay.
just all in New York at the club.
Oh, that's weird.
Something happened where you should have took your ass. Should have took your butt back to Indiana.
Yeah.
After the game was over.
Right.
Go back. You
Yeah.
ain't in New York. The season's still on. You ain't supposed to be at the club
That's
with
fair.
your wife.
Especially with your wife. Yeah.
Now she all sliced up, you stabbed up, his ankle broke, he's suing the police. And
As far as I can tell, I mean, you don't go to the club with your wife. Don't you leave her at home and you go to the club to get? I mean, that's.
depending on what kind of wife you got.
I don't really live that kind of life, so I don't know how it
your
goes.
wife might be at the club. She might be Star Attraction. You never know. Usher got the song "I Don't Mind."
Star attraction. But no, I mean the Cavs. What we're gonna see with this injury to Love, we've had a lot of with all the talk that goes on here in Northeast Ohio. About all of everything sports related. You've heard a lot of complaining this year about Kevin Love about. He's not giving us the 26 and 12 that he had that we were promised. So they
Right.
thought, talking about how they don't mind if he goes to LA. He scored 5 points in
He's been set out a
in
couple
two games.
fourth
He
quarters.
set out the fourth quarter. Who is this guy? He's not the max guy, superstar that we wanted.
Right.
We're gonna find out just how important he really was to that team.
Right.
Because I think he was super important.
You get extremely old.
Yeah.
When you lose Kevin Love.
Yeah.
Everybody want to talk about Cleveland's bench and all the wily veterans. That's
bench?
exactly what they are.
What bench?
Wily veterans. Yeah, Sean Merriman, Mike Miller, Jermaine Jones. These guys are cheerleaders.
Yeah, they're LeBron's buddies that he brought up here.
You got cheerleaders. So it's going to fall into the lap of Iman Shumpert, Deladova. They're going to have to step their game up.
They really are.
You're
I mean,
gonna have to, and it's going to force LeBron to have to go back in the post.
and what are we gonna do as far as rotation goes? As far as starting, is James Jones gonna start?
It's going to be rough with J.R. Smith missing.
Yeah, right. That's because that would make it a little bit easier. But I mean, where's your scoring off the bench?
The good thing about it is they got time to figure it out because Milwaukee is giving Chicago all they can handle.
So they have till Monday to figure that out.
And possibly longer than that.
Oh, really? If Milwaukee wins another one, won't it start on Monday no matter what?
I think it will start on Monday. But that's still a lot of time. That's almost a week.
Yeah, certainly. I mean, David Blatt and that's another thing. David Blatt, it's going to be quite a thing for him to actually
CEO
figure
coaching
something out.
abilities. Mhm.
This is pretty much the first bit of adversity he's seen since he's been a coach in the NBA, you know?
Yep.
I mean, yeah, they started off with, what was it, 19-19, whatever, was freaking out. They made the trades, they brought the guys in, everything was fine. But they've had almost no injuries, almost nothing. I mean, they traded Dion or whatever, but there's really nothing that he's had to deal with, you know, as far as from a coaching standpoint, and this will be something.
Out of all the articles I read over the past couple of days, trying to do research for the show, and everybody was talking about Kevin Love missing and what. Nobody mentioned Timothy Mogzoff.
What about him?
Mogzoff.
Mogzoff.
This dude is an energy guy. This guy has really made a difference on this team.
Yeah.
The only knock on him with Kevin Love being out is he's going to have to stay out of foul trouble. If he can stay out of foul trouble, he is going to be an X factor.
He's had a hard time with that with Kevin Love on the floor, as we've seen.
But
and especially because you think about how Kevin Love stretches the defense and stretches the defense and brings a lot of those guys in the post out. Not a lot, but at least one of those guys in the post out. That's one less guy who's going to be out on the perimeter guarding Kevin Love. He's going to be down there banging with Mozgov. We brought him in, and I mean, I think most people were excited about Mozgov when they brought him in, but they had no idea exactly how good he was going to be. He's been a godsend for this team, and it's going to be really important for him to keep that level of play consistent without Kevin Love, but I think it's going to be really hard.
we've had a couple sweeps in the first round.
Yes.
The Cleveland Browns.
Cleveland
Browns. Boston. Toronto was swept by Washington.
Yeah.
And those Golden State Warriors.
Mm-hmm.
Did you see that shot? I know you seen the shot.
I don't think I did. What are you talking about?
Oh my God! To send the game into overtime, Game 3 in New Orleans.
Oh, that was
Steph
when
Curry.
they came back from the 17-point lead.
God.
Or the 17-point deficit there.
Oh my God! Golden State is so sexy.
They are, man. They're a nice team. They're a really
They are
nice
so
team.
sexy. If they was a woman, I would be calling them every night, text messaging, Snapchatting.
Well, we can thank those analytics for that, right, Ty?
What? Here you go with analytics, man. I don't know what you're talking about, man. Ain't got nothing to do with analytics with Golden State. Those are jumpers
I
and
did not.
defense.
I didn't want to stir it up. I was just making a joke.
They swept New Orleans.
Yeah.
Portland is on the verge of losing too, even though I got to mention this, Mike Conley had face surgery the other day, and they don't
really?
know how long he's going to be out.
Really
So,
fractured cheekbone or something like that.
elbow up here around the eye,
Oh, okay.
inverted elbow.
Well, that would be a huge loss for them.
Yeah, because Portland pulled out the victory last night when they were on the verge of being swept. Now the series is headed back to Memphis, and I don't know.
Walking in Memphis.
It depends on how long Mike Conley is out.
Yeah.
Westbrook had similar injury earlier this year.
He didn't miss very much time. One game, yeah.
So they're hoping Mike Conley can come back and play. You know, everybody is different, so you never know. The Clippers and the San Antonio Spurs are not at that 2 games.
Yeah.
They're back in LA tonight. Houston looks to finish off Dallas tonight. They're up 3-1. Leading scorers in the playoffs, Stephen Curry, 33.8. Anthony Davis, 31.5. Rebounding.
Same series.
Blake Griffin and DeAndre Jordan, 13.3 for Blake Griffin, 12.8
They're
for
1 and
DeAndre
2?
Jordan. 1 and 2. Draymond Green is third, tied for second with 12.8. Assists, John Wall, 12.5 assists. The next closest person is
table.
James Harden with 7.8. He's averaging 5 assists more than everybody else in the league. I will go down steals, but who cares about Chris Middleton?
Whoa! Chris Middleton's a nice player. He's gonna be an all-star one day. Just you watch.
In the D League.
Minnesota product?
No, he plays for
No, he came from Minnesota college.
I guess. We got to get ready to get out of here. We'll come back next week. Like I said, we're going to talk about what happened in the Mayweather-Pacquiao fight. We'll be talking about a draw. Where we at in the NBA playoffs.
We're talking about Ty's 14,000.
Might not be here next week.
Maybe 140,000.
Actually, I might not be here.
It's actually true.
Might have to cancel.
It may just be me.
It might just be him.
Yeah, we'll have the draft. The draft will have happened.
That's what I meant to. Ain't that this weekend?
It's not tomorrow, but the next day. Yeah.
Thursday.
Thursday. Yeah.
Not even a mention of it with all the playoffs in NBA and
Isn't that crazy?
Fight talk.
Isn't that crazy around
Some
here?
stuff can get. I mean, well, you got the whole issue going on in Baltimore too. That's kind of eating up the news cycle right now.
I edited it real quick for that. Whatever you want to riot, whatever. Don't mess with my baseball. How many baseball games are you gonna cancel with that? Whatever. Just whatever. Do whatever you want to do. Don't mess with my baseball.
We gotta go. That's the big homie.
Alex Squires.
I'm Ty House. Peace.
Our town, our TV. Amherst City Cable.